deja vu much? What's up guys, Mystic7 here back with today's video. I literally walked off camera, waited a couple seconds, walked back on, and that's 2 videos right there. Well, today in Pokemon Go, obviously we have the brand new Pokemon Go Generation 3 Wave Valentine's Day update, and there's a lot of things happening as a part of this update that we're gonna talk about throughout the video, as we're catching, and as we hopefully get some decently rare spawns. Now, actually, one of the topics of today's video is gonna be this Pokemon right here. It may look a little weird, you may not be able to name it, but I know exactly what this is, and the fact that it's spawning like this is so cool, and it's big and really, really good news for future Pokemon in Pokemon Go, and we're gonna catch that. We can go right now. I guess this is where we can start today's video with that nice catch, although I do have to edit a video at the moment. You know what? I have to edit a video right now. We're gonna find more of these guys, I promise, but today should be a really awesome, fun day. An OG grinding day on the Santa Monica Pier on the first day of this brand new Generation 3 Wave Pokemon Go. Let's get some Pokemon. So to this point of the video where I accidentally deleted everything that came after. No, I'm an idiot, that was like a rookie mistake, but really nothing important happened unless you consider me buying sushi and not eating it important, or going to the Apple Store and not buying anything important. Basically, I forgot my SD card reader, so I couldn't edit in Santa Monica, and I had to come home, so now we're here. And quickly, while I have you guys here on pause, let me explain a little bit of the news that happened today that I didn't explain until later on in the video for whatever reason. The big part, shiny Swablu is here in Pokemon Go. That little golden chick is flying around. They're spawning everywhere, at least for me. I'm seeing a ton of them only during daytime, and you guys will see in this video that nighttime spawns for Swablu, a little hard to find. But the new shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go with this Generation 3 Wave is Swablu. And I talked a little bit more about Swablu and kind of like the evolution requirements and whatnot. It's gonna be a tough Pokemon to not only get, but to evolve. Well, if we're talking shinies. All right, let's go back in time and watch me talk about some other important stuff right here. So while we're just sitting here waiting for this video to upload, let me talk a little bit about what's happening in Pokemon Go right now and why the game is so freaking lit right now. If you guys are looking for a good time to hop back in the game or hop on some hype, right now's the time, and I'll give you 2 reasons. Big one, number 1, 6-hour lure times. Always a great time to come back to Pokemon Go because you can drop a lure, or someone might have already dropped it for you, and it's gonna be there for 6 freaking hours. So you can lure up the entire strip and not worry about having to drop lures. You can do an entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-hour grind session and have those lures going, which is great. And you want those lures down because right now until February 13th, and today is Friday, February 9th, or when you're watching this at the 10th, so for the next 3 days, every spawn in Pokemon Go is a Generation 3 spawn only. If you open your game and look on your nearby, you will only see Gen 3 spawns. Obviously, it's not just this new wave, it's the entirety of Generation 3, but they're out there. We don't have confirmation yet, as of right now, Friday night, if the big spawns like Salamence and Metagross are spawning in the wild. We're still kind of looking for that, but maybe. But for a fact, Gen 3 spawns are going crazy right now, and 6-hour lures are happening, and it's a Friday night, and I'm assuming Santa Monica is probably pretty lit right now. It is 7 o'clock, so this will be like one of our first ever like late night grind sessions. It won't be too long of a session because I do have some plans tonight, but I do want to go to the pier for like maybe an hour, hour and a half, see what we can catch, farm around a little bit, and then talk about everything else that's a part of this update because there are some pretty big key factors. But obviously that was one of the most key factors of it, just what I told you right now. So now we gotta put our Pokecoins where our mouth is and go get some brand new Generation 3 Pokemon in Pokemon Go. It's time to drop a lucky egg and get, hopefully, close to level 39 with some brand new Pokedex additions. It's an American flag Lambo. God bless America. Oh, walking onto the pier now. I have not done a night hunt in Santa Monica in the longest. We do have a trap pinch to start off with, which is great, but this is not a brand new Gen, well, it's a brand new Gen 3 mod, obviously, but it's not one of the new ones from this wave. And we're walking towards, hopefully, a boatload of brand new ones because I actually have not dropped the egg yet, but we're dropping an egg. We're farming as much as we can. Hopefully getting some new Pokedex additions today, but we do have only 50 candies going over to, yeah, we're not gonna get a Flygon for a while. Let's see, dude, I haven't seen a Sableye, like a wild Sableye in so long. And here it is, our first ever Pokedex edition to, well, not first ever, but our first one today, and it's gonna be a big one. It is Castform. Now, we've got a lot of news about Castform because it is a very special Pokemon, because as you can see, this is not your typical Castform look. This is a weather-boosted Castform, which looks sick. This is a sunny Castform, a sun cast, a clear weather Castform, and as we saw in the code, before this update dropped, Castform was gonna look a little bit different here in Pokemon Go. It was gonna be affected by weather. We knew that. We didn't know exactly how it was gonna work, but we knew it was gonna be a thing, and as you can see right here, this Castform does have a sun as a head, and we know what the normal Castform looks like. He looks like a little ghost, but this is like a sun ghost, and he's now a sun ghost in the Pokedex, so that's pretty cool. The Castform will have different forms, which he should, and I'm glad that they added this in here. This is a really cool addition, and it's a really, really cool thing that they added him like this, like he changes. It's so sick. And this will apply to Deoxys as well, like we saw in the code too, but we're probably a while from that. Tackle Solar Beam, 657 CP. Actually, I want to go in the Pokedex and look at them. There's 4 types: normal, sunny, rainy, and snowy. We obviously got the sunny one right now, and we do have to find the other 3, so that's pretty cool that you can could find them, just different forms of Castform. That's so sick. So that's kind of a big thing as a part of this update. Also, Baltoy are spawning everywhere, and they're just ridiculously rare for me, and I'm super so we'll get our Claydol possibly even tonight. I don't ever see Baltoy. Maybe they're night spawn. And we will have, speaking of night spawns, we will have the night spawns tonight, which is something that I personally haven't experienced in Santa Monica for such a long time. We used to only come during the nighttime for the big rare spawns, and we kind of stopped. But tonight we have a spooky night adventure. Oh, wonderful HP defense. All right, Mr. Baltoy. Hey, check it. We've got a Wingull right here. This is a brand new Pokedex edition as well. 276 EP. This guy looks fun. I feel like the Wingull is gonna be ridiculously common just because it just doesn't look nor feel like a Pokemon that would be rare or would be impressive, but it's a cool one. I'll take it. I'll definitely take the candies, and this will be a Pokedex edition. So this is number 2 of today. I honestly don't know how many Pokedex editions we'll get. I know that there's not a fantastic amount out there for us to grab, but there's a lot of rare ones this wave that I'd love to get. But Wingull's in there right now, and it's looking like 50 for Pelipper. We'll probably find a ton of these because we are at the Santa Monica Pier, and I feel like the Wingull would just spawn here naturally because there's seagulls literally everywhere. But there's another dude in the decks. And dude, look at these spawns. I'm so happy that only Gen 3s are spawning. We got Trico, Baltoy, Wilmer. We're gonna get so many additions in these next like 3 days. Just look at these spawns. I'm surrounded by Wilmer and Carvana, Pokemon that I could barely find before. And there's another Wingull. I will definitely take the Wingull. And I think there's like 2 Castform at that mid stop. Oh, we have a lot of news to talk about too. Right here, we actually have a fantastic cluster. I'm just gonna stop. Oh no! There were 2 Castform and there was a Feebas. Where'd it go? Oh, there was a, what is that? No way, there's a Corphish down there. Oh, we need to get that. We need to get this Feebas too and the Castform. Dude, these spawns are nuts. I love this Gen 3 hype. There is a lot of news we gotta cover today. Well, not a lot. There's like a kind of a shorter list. We already covered Castform. We know his different types, and we know Deoxys is gonna have different forms as well, which is very, very exciting. Now there's the question of regional Pokemon. Which Pokemon are now regional? Feebas down. That we're gonna talk about probably in a separate video. Sorry to tease you there. Actually, no, I'll tell you what the regionals are. I'll tell you the regionals as we catch this Castform, brand new Castform. Oh, actually, you know what? I want to air a photo of this. Now, there's 3 possible regionals as a part of this update, and they are Volbeat, Illumise, and Tropius. This isn't confirmed just yet, but we're thinking that it's looking like this. Volbeat is gonna be the Europe and Asia Pacific region, which leaves Illumise to the Americas, and Tropius is gonna be looking like the African regional exclusive, which is awesome. So now we have to go to Africa this year, which I'm freaking down for. And actually, if you guys didn't notice, there's an update on regionals we've already had. They changed. This cluster is just insane. Oh, and here we go, perfect example. If you guys didn't notice, Minun is appearing in the Americas, which isn't supposed to happen. Minun's not supposed to be in the Americas, so Plusle and Minun are now spawning. Either they switched, I don't think they switched because I think they're spawning next to each other. I got a screenshot of a Plusle and a Minun spawned literally next to each other. So for whatever reason, Niantic decided to change up the Generation 3 regionals once again, and now Minun and Plusle are spawning, I think both of them worldwide. Why? Who knows? Why did they change Zigzagoon and Viper and not say anything about it? Who knows? This is a classic Niantic move here. Now, we really, really, really need this Corphish. Why is this spawning here? I'm so down for that. This is literally only because there's like Generation 3 spawns only right now. And it makes sense for Corphish to spawn here, but without this Generation 3 boost, I have never seen one appear. And that's another big thing, seriously, guys, take advantage of right now while it's happening. For one, just the 6-hour lure times, that's huge. That is humongous. That means that Generation 3 spawns will keep on coming. We almost have our Caradon. Yes, dude. Also, what is going on right now? There's 5 Castform right here. I thought they were rare. Also, we've got a Trico and a Wilmer and 5 Castform. On the end of the Pier cluster, looking almost exactly as I expected it. There's Castform literally every. I don't know why they're spawning so much. I'm down. It's a cool Pokemon. I want to get a good IV one. We do have a Corphish right here. And actually, Corphish is not weather boosted right now. So these are just naturally spawning at the pier, which is fantastic because I will never catch these ever in the wild unless it's raining or during these next 3 days. And again, there's just a wave. Oh, Trapinch, yes. Okay, Trapinch, we need bad. I don't have a lot of Pine Nut berries, but this is one of the ones that I definitely will be Pine Nut berrying. I really want my Flygon. We don't even have enough for a Vibrava right now. Actually, that might have given us enough for the evolution. It did. Nice. Funny enough, I do actually need Whismur candy too. Okay, we're gonna walk off the pier into the city, see what kind of spawns we get. We need more Pokédex editions tonight. I still got those lucky eggs going. We're ready to get some XP. I am at, oh my gosh, look how close we are to level 39. We're like right there. We only need what, 64,000 more XP? Dude, that's a couple of legendary raids and some Pokédex editions, and we are in it. And what do we incense? A Castform. Here's a fantastic little cluster we've got. A Tailo, our first ever Tailo. Hold on, I'm gonna shiny check this first. Much as I want to grab that Taylor for the Pokedex, I'd much rather have a shiny Aggron. We'll get there. Fun fact, this Baltoy right here, if we Pine Nut berry it, we will have enough to get our Claydol, which is crazy. This is a Tailo though right here, which is a brand new Pokedex edition. They were spawning everywhere today when I was here for the Rayquaza raid. Also, they are absolutely massive, at least for me on screen, for whatever reason. They're like a lot bigger than, I figured they'd be big as Spearow, but they're like 4 times Spearow. And that's for the dex right there. I'm assuming we're gonna be catching a lot of Tailo, and we'll get Swellow pretty quickly here, but there's the Pokédex entry for this little guy, no matter how common he is. Oh, that looks sick. Yo, that's a pissed off bird right there. Don't mess with Tailo. And that is a 50 candy evolution to get that Swellow. Perfect, there's another dex edition. There's a Camerupt down the street. Fun fact, I'm gonna catch this, I almost said Claydol, Baltoy right here, and we will now be able to evolve to Claydol. This went from going from like, I had 3 candies and I thought I'd stay there forever to we just got enough to evolve in an hour of catching. That is fantastic. Thank you to the weather boosted spawns, plus the Gen 3 spawns everywhere. Also the, oh boy, the Camerupt despawn, so we've got like 45 seconds to get it, but luckily we got a crosswalk. This is the stop where the Camerupt was. Let's hope he's, yeah, he's still here. Oh my gosh, 1278 CP Camerupt right here. Weather boosted in. Gonna go for the Savage season. And we got another fun fact here, actually, that's coming with this update. The new shiny Pokemon. I haven't mentioned that yet, and I don't know why. I probably should have done that earlier. I was gonna do it early because I thought I would catch one, because when we were here for Rayquaza, they were spawning literally everywhere, but I guess it's nighttime, so they're all like nesting right now. Past their bedtime, I guess. Well, Swablu, also we just Savage season this camera. Swablu is the brand new shiny in Pokemon Go. Fun fact, to evolve the Swablu, it's 400 candies. So if they spawn a lot by, it's a Viper. What? Really? If they spawn a lot by you, catch as many as you can, because it is 400 to evolve that bad boy. But it can be shiny, so if you see a Swablu, it's definitely worth grabbing. If you guys do end up catching a shiny Swablu, which is just crazy rare, show me on Twitter or comment down below, because G freaking G to you. That's another shiny that I'll probably never catch. But here's, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm so excited about this. So excited that there's more shinies being added in Pokemon Go, by the way, hatching at 10K. We went from having like 0 shinies, just the Magikarp, to a handful. Horion, come on. A handful of Generation 3 shinies, which is exciting. The more Gen 3 waves that drop, the more we got. So obviously Gen 3 is pretty much over at this point. There's still a couple left to release, but like not a ton. But just the fact that we have so many shinies in the game, I mean Duskull, Shuppet, Swablu, Aeron, just all of these shinies, it's just so awesome to have that possibility again. It's exciting again to find these Pokemon. Now, do I think they should drop more shinies? Absolutely, that needs to happen. But I'm happy with the wide array that we have right now. Also, Jake texted me and this Whismur is literally dude, come on. I'm gonna throw my phone. I'll probably just are you serious? All right, bro. Nana Bear, yeah, jump now. About 9 o'clock p.m. right now. I think we're gonna head home pretty soon here. We got a couple of Pokédex editions. We talked about some, I hate the Whismur. Come on, after all that you run. We got some Dex editions. We got enough to get some evolutions. We're almost at 100 Trapinch candy, which is big. And honestly, I need to hunt here more at night because the spawns are kind of crazy. XP-wise, we are so close. We will hit level 39 tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. Because tomorrow we're gonna get more Pokédex editions, but tonight, I think we're pretty much wrapping it up. We still got 15 minutes left on the egg. Let's go walk 3rd Street. Hold on, before 3rd Street, no freaking way we found it. We found a wild Vibrava. This is gonna be a great Pokédex right here. 382 CP. You know, oh my gosh, dude. What is this guy on? Did you see that dodge pattern? What was that? All right, we're gonna go Golden Raz. What is happening, dude? This guy shotgunned the Red Bull before he came out here. Well, Golden Raspberry, Ultra Ball with a great. This is gonna be for the Pokédex Vibrava. Let's see it. Yes! All right, what a nice solid end of the night. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, also, some more new update stuff. There's new raid bosses and new eggs here, and we're gonna talk about that in its own individual video. For now, freaking Vibrava. That's the evolution we needed right there. I do have enough candies to evolve the Vibrava, but that just helped immensely. I should have pine-out that, obviously, but now we... What are the IVs? Above average. All right, so we can't evolve this over to Flygon, so we still need that 125 candies, but that is very helpful for candies, great for Stardust, and that is Vibrava in the Dex. Okay, anything else crazy in the nearby? No? That was fantastic.